all that we did was we built a portfolio of companies which in a difficult environment like this, they delivered a very healthy earnings growth. Right? So just to quantify what I'm saying, so even if you look at the period of FY15 to FY19, right, most of the companies in our portfolio have delivered earnings growth of around 20%. Right, at a time when Sensex Nifty has actually delivered earnings growth of low single digits, and obviously the GDP has been in a decelerating phase. Now, interestingly, in a year like FY20, partly thanks to the corporate rate tax cut and the benefit of that being disproportionately more for our portfolio companies than the rest of the market, and also thanks to the sort of robust competitive advantages of the companies in our portfolio, the earnings growth of our portfolio ended up being north of 30% in the running financial year. Now against this, obviously the broader market, Sensex Nifty, they didn't deliver earnings growth of anything more than mid-single digits, and hence the outperformance in earnings or outperformance in fundamentals is the main reason why I think at a share price level as well, our portfolio companies delivered a but much better performance than the rest of the market. So the filter-based approach, which we've elaborated in the couple of books that we've published in the past, Coffee Can Investing being the more recent one. The filter-based approach highlighted in these books is a way for us to get closer to our coverage universe, because the filters allow us to filter out companies which have not delivered a very consistent historical track record. And hence our starting point of conducting bottom-up research on stocks, thanks to the filters, happens only on companies where we have already had a 10, 15, 20 year of historical consistent track record of healthy fundamentals. So to that extent, the filter-based approach is beneficial. But beyond that, I think the entire effort that we put in terms of picking up stocks from a universe which the filter throws out is all about doing research to understand the DNA of these companies, what makes them so consistent historically, what makes us convinced that going forward as well, despite the tough external environment, despite evolutions, despite disruptions in the external environment, our portfolio companies will be able to deliver healthy fundamentals. So that's an exercise which actually is pure manual intervention oriented. The filters only help us get our coverage universe defined. In terms of plans to change the portfolio, so on an ongoing basis, on any given day, I would say, we keep trying to understand more and more about the evolving fundamentals of our portfolio companies, and if we see any reason for a change in the portfolio list, the list of companies in the portfolio, thanks to the change in the conviction levels of various companies in it, then we do make changes. So for instance, in the month of January itself, this month, we have made one change to the portfolio, which is very rare. I mean, all this while that we've been managing money, our churn rate has been less than 5-6%. So it's a low churn philosophy. However, it's not a zero churn philosophy. So in the month of January, we have made one exit and one replacement for it. So the manual intervention is, as I said, 99% of the job is manual intervention. Filters only help us define the coverage universe. So manual intervention is an ongoing day-to-day process. We have a team of 5 senior analysts in our firm, covering a total of about 25-26 stocks which are in our coverage universe. And the day job of the fund management team here is to just meet, say, ex-employees, meet competitors, meet vendors, distribution, channel partners, so on and so forth, and keep understanding how the business is evolving at a ground level, and can we stay convinced that this will be a consistent compounders in the foreseeable future as well.
Yeah.
So feels great. Feels honoured on behalf of the entire team at Marcellus. Quite glad to have received it, and thanks to PMS Bazaar for recognizing the performance. So yeah, I mean, I think it couldn't have been a better start since Marcellus is only about say 1.5 years old now.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rakshit. Yeah.